Hi, everybody. I want to let you know about a new class that we're offering at Fresno City College in the spring. The class focuses on artificial intelligence. It's how to use AI. It isn't about building AI. In this class, we're going to see how do we use all of the different tools that are out there today to help us become more productive and more efficient with artificial intelligence. So we're going to learn about large language models like ChatGPT, Grok, Gemini, Copilot, Perplexity, and Claude, and other ones that are out there. We're also going to look at AI with audio, AI with video, AI in society. We're going to see AI agents. We're going to see AI in ethics. We're going to cover a lot of really great topics in this class so that by the end of the class, you are going to be really skilled at using AI in a very applied way.
It's becoming a part of a lot of careers and a lot of jobs. AI is now going to be part of the job. AI is going to be another tool that you're going to be using in order to do the job.
For me, as a historian of technology, it's kind of a familiar story, going all the way back to the steam engine, and then electricity, and then radio, and then the mainframe computers, and then personal computers. Trying to figure out how we as human beings are going to incorporate a new, obviously very influential technology into our lives.
I think it's important to use it within the realms of what's acceptable. So just making sure that you're using it safely. And then also not letting it think for you. We still want to make sure that you're analyzing what it's giving you and that you're still critically thinking.
I want to know what students think. And way too often in my classes, it's clear that they just let AI write their paper.
I think that it's really good to teach people how to use it effectively and ethically, especially in education. I work with students a lot, and I am a student. And so I know like what they use like AI for, especially ChatGPT. And I think it's a very thin line between like once you start using it and learning how to use it, it's a very slippery slope into them just like using it for like academic dishonesty.
This is something that our department has really been talking about, and how to teach our students to responsibly and effectively use AI. So we have a lot of discussions with our students on that, practice how to use it, when not to use it.
I want to read my students' work, even if it's crappy, even if it's poorly written, even if it shows not very mature thought. I still want to know what they think.
I think it's good to have them learn about it more.
I encourage them to use ChatGPT for things like brainstorming, coming up with topics, coming up with ideas, and then also for proofreading. So those are the things that I encourage them to use it for. We talk about how to write successful prompts and what happens, when you write a prompt and you don't get what you want, how to rewrite a prompt and keep prompting. So we talk about those kind of things.
To always think of any invention as not as a singular item, but rather as something that's going to be put into a larger system of technologies. And so you don't think about the automobile, you think about the system of technologies that make the automobile convenient. You don't think about the light bulb, you think about a system of power generation and distribution that makes the light bulb a useful invention. And so in the same way, I think it's important to begin to think about systems and how AI will be incorporated into those larger technological systems in our lives to make it that really influential invention.
We're entering a new paradigm and a new way of accessing information and education. And we're in a transition period right now. Nobody has all the answers. But I really think that it is our responsibility to address these kinds of things with students and talk about, how they can use it ethically, talk about the ecological effects of it, all of those difficult topics, because it isn't going anywhere. It isn't going to, in my opinion, it's not going to solve the world's problems, but it's also not going to destroy the world. But it is going to have a major effect on how we live, how we process information, how we get information in, the next a very short period of time, next few years.
AI could be just one more plugin, one more tool, that's just one of many arrows in your quiver or whatever, or it could totally transform what you do.
This is an equity issue for sure. So students who, don't necessarily have that educational background and the technology background, who come from, more marginalized populations, impacted populations, they don't have that same advantage of being able to have that background and being able to have all the practice. So they're, already behind. And I feel like for our students, it is important for us to catch them up, because whatever they're doing in the future is most certainly going to rely on some kind of AI.
I'm excited to see what it can do for me.
So if you want to grow your skill set, if you want to become more capable and more competent with artificial intelligence, if you want your employees, your workforce to be able to be more productive and more efficient, if you want your organization as a whole to be more AI literate, come to Fresno City College this spring, 2026. Come to Fresno City College and take AI Essentials. And we'd love to help you. I'm going to be the instructor. We'd love to help you and all of your employees become more skillful with artificial intelligence so that we can really help usher in this new era where we're going to gain tremendous amounts with productivity and efficiency using AI. So come check out this class this spring at Fresno City College, AI Essentials.